You gonna move over to this side, man?
Oh yeah, no, cause he can't hear me. Yeah, I'm good.
Oh man, let's go.
Got the sound situation figured out. The sound.
Yeah, it's a little bit better. It's getting there. Like we're trying to get it to where like we can do video. You know what I'm saying?
We actually figured out the video. That's what this TV is for.
Oh man.
What's going on, Mark?
What's going on? Once again, Playmakers building in the building with Mark Aguirre, Detroit legend, Detroit bad boy, 2-time NBA champion, and 3-time NBA All-Star. I'm getting it down. What's good with you though, Mark?
Well, not much, man. How you doing? I'm sitting here.
Yeah, okay.
I'm looking at the West Maryland game.
Okay.
Ooh, so what you thinking? We gotta start talking college sports soon enough.
Oh,
college been shaking up.
The first thing I want to deal with Maryland. Maryland pretty nice.
Now are they?
Maryland real nice.
All I'm hearing about this year is Duke though.
Nah, that's not the only team. It's not though.
Yeah.
Nah, but I'm just saying in the landscape of what they've been saying, they're not just talking about Duke right now though. I mean, Syracuse has been doing some things from what I've been watching as well. Kentucky's always in the mix also. I mean, Gonzaga gave Duke their only loss, if I'm correct. And Gonzaga plays a whole nother style when it comes to that too. There's a lot of good teams in college right now beyond just the Duke Blue Devils. There's a lot of good teams in that mix.
Oh man.
Yeah, this weekend, this weekend,
Yeah, there's a lot going on because the tournament's coming up, isn't it?
Well, I mean,
not yet, but March.
March Madness, that's coming up soon.
Yeah, so what's going on, man?
I mean, we were just talking about the Anthony Davis thing.
Yeah, we were just talking about the Anthony Davis thing, and
yeah, Mark, what's your thoughts on Anthony Davis and his future?
Well, I think, I don't know how you guys think it, but my thought is basically this, that I think NBA is going to have to be careful because it gets to a point now where the money, the accolades, the endorsements are all built around these super teams. Because think about the fact that you're not getting the smaller teams that don't have the opportunity that bid for the Anthony Davises and things like that. They're getting further and further away from the ability to build a championship, and they all follow each other. We think about what LeBron James has done.
Right.
We started with Miami, and then all the other players started building these teams. So, as you see it right now, that's probably only maybe 4 teams that actually contend. Maybe contend. Maybe.
I mean, look at Milwaukee. Milwaukee's a small market team, but at the same time, it was crazy even about the New Orleans situation. I mean, they drafted Anthony Davis. Same with Milwaukee. They drafted Giannis as well.
So think about this. Okay, Giannis is going to Milwaukee.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to win the title.
Right.
And when he becomes a free agent, do you think it's lucrative for them to be in Milwaukee's market?
No, I hear you.
But how do you fix it?
It's all about that free agency deal. When he's on free agent, and then today was really scary is that all Anthony Davis gets fined, from his pocket is $50,000, and then everybody knows he's leaving New Orleans. Every team in the NBA now trying to figure out how they can get Anthony Davis.
That's crazy.
$50,000. They only cost $50,000. That's it.
I wish I could see that.
What?
It only cost me $50,000.
Right.
Well, I'm just being realistic about it,
It's absolutely realistic.
Talking 50 G's.
Yeah, just like change.
Everybody. Huh?
Just light change. Just 50 G's, is it?
50 G's.
Yeah. You're going to get the super player. You're going to get the super agent. Now LeBron's agent is Anthony Davis made it too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been saying that for a while.
Yeah, this consolidation of power, man, is getting to be a real thing, you know, from player standpoint, from the agent standpoint.
Well, I mean, like you had said too, you know, the free agency market right now, it is kind of scary because it kills the small market teams, but at the same time, it gives power to these players, right? Because like you had just pointed,
it gives power. Definitely give power to the players.
Right? Because just like how you had just
If you
pointed
look
out.
at, I think someone was talking about Klay Thompson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I heard some things about Klay Thompson saying that he wouldn't mind playing in LA.
Yeah.
If Anthony Davis is there.
Right.
And I don't get that. He came out and said it.
I mean, because look, it's LeBron and Anthony Davis. And if Golden State says we're not going to pay you the max, but the Lakers will, I mean, those two, the Golden State and the Los Angeles Lakers, that's not bad situations. Like I feel like it's a toss up. Like, okay, do I want to play with KD, Steph, and maybe DeMarcus Cousins, who knows if they sign him again, or do I want to play with LeBron and Anthony Davis? That's not a bad choice. Like, it's
Right.
not,
I mean, that would make the most sense to me if I was him. If I had that option.
yeah.
So Giannis got drafted by Milwaukee, right?
Yeah. Yeah, he was drafted by Milwaukee.
Whenever his contract up, I guarantee you he won't be there after that. Guarantee you.
But that's...
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. You never know with nowadays NBA.
Because I'm looking at it like...
They could
But what is that? But what is LA going to have to give up for Anthony Davis?
The farm. That's what I would say. If I'm LA, I'd be
Trade
like,
them all.
Trade
them all.
If I could keep Kuzma, I want to keep Kuzma.
Yeah.
But if not, I'm trading everybody. If it's not LeBron James, you can have everybody.
But what he did, he just hurt the New Orleans team because everybody knew he's leaving.
Yeah,
exactly.
We were saying that too.
They have no leverage now.
Wow, I never thought about that.
But they don't have any leverage, but they do, Mark. And let me ask you this: like Anthony Davis still has a year left on his contract. It's not like New Orleans can say, and he's going to play. He said he's going to play for New Orleans, even with this situation. So it's not like he doesn't. It's not like New Orleans doesn't have the option of saying, "Look, we're going to wait till the off season." Because who's going to be mad? What, Anthony Davis knows his situation. He knows the legal situation. And
do you know how much you got on the line to wait for him to become a free agent?
Yeah, because there's a chance you might not get
But
him.
he's not a free agent in the offseason. He's
Yeah,
under contract.
But regardless, you could end up with zero.
Exactly.
Yeah, just like when all those teams were waiting for LeBron, you had 6 teams waiting for him, then all of a sudden he's like, I'm going to Miami.
Well, he had the option.
I mean, we just saw it with the Kawhi Leonard situation.
What I'm saying is that he has value now.
Yeah.
Right, you had to trade him as soon as possible.
Will
So-
Anthony Davis never have value?
All I'm saying is
He's Anthony Davis.
But that last year, when they know that you have to move him, no matter how good he is, you don't have that leverage anymore. The sooner you trade him, the better for the Pelicans.
Right.
Because you got to think about it. At the end of the day, like if they go down to the last trade deadline, it's like, okay, we'll give you Carmelo Anthony for Anthony Davis.
Who?
But I'm just saying.
Ain't nobody.
No, I get that, but I'm just saying
Nobody.
in theory, because as it goes down the line, it's like, okay, like you have to trade him. We know you have to trade him.
Yeah.
Oh man. So what's the odds of Anthony Davis? Everybody's speculating on where he's gonna be though. Is it safe to say if any place he's gonna be a Laker?
I mean, it's safe to say it's an option.
You speak up a little bit, Mark? We have a little bit of trouble hearing you.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Mark.
Yeah, that's probably about.
No, it's not good.
That's probably about 4 places he can go to.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't looked at the numbers, but
Yeah.
you know, if I had all the stuff in front of me, I could kind of wind it down because some teams don't have enough in order to even attract him. Some teams don't have enough, even though they would want him.
Yeah.
And they would have to extract from their team, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, some teams.
There's probably I agree with that. There's probably like 4 teams that legitimately have a shot.
I mean, because I even saw they were talking about like Milwaukee and Toronto being players in this. And I'm thinking in my
head. One that has the biggest shot is the person that gets the number 1 pick. The number 1 pick this year.
Right.
At the end of the day, if I was them, I would wait until after
the trade deadline?
The season is over, and then whoever had the number 1 pick, I would trade with them and then go get Zion with the number 1 pick.
But see, that's exactly why I said that the Pelicans do not have any pressure right.
But he's saying that's why the Pelicans don't have any pressure.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying they have no pressure right now to trade Anthony Davis during the season. Now, off season,
they just can't wait till next season.
Right, they can't wait till next season.
You can't come down on next February and then decide to trade.
Right. But off season,
but you're still gambling though.
Yeah,
you're still gambling though.
You don't want the season to start.
If the New York Knicks get the number 1 pick, Anthony Davis don't want to go there. He's not going.
Well, you think?
You're gambling, right?
It's so hard for me to even say that because I mean, just because you still have.
I can't hear you. You're too far away.
No, it's fine. I understand, Mark. I'm speaking up for you, but it's hard for me to.
Saying that I can't hear you.
Yeah. All right.
Push it over here.
Yeah.
Is that better, Mark?
Hello?
Okay.
Yeah.
Want to switch over?
Switch over. Just like take this seat. I mean, that's the way I look at it though. Like, there's a lot that could.
All I was saying, Mark, can you hear me better right now?
Hello?
But, the problem is I want to get this done. The problem is I want to get this done. I really want to get it done. I want somebody else to go out and round up about 3 number 1 draft picks. I'll have somebody round me up about 3 number 1 draft picks. They have to say, LA, if you want, you go trade Kuzma to somebody, who's on the bottom of the NBA. Who's on the bottom?
Could that many trades really go down though?
Who's the worst team in the NBA? I don't know.
The worst team in the NBA right now?
Phoenix
Suns. And they got Booker.
Okay,
Right.
They got Booker. They got
DeAndre
Ayton. They got
TJ Warren's a really good guard.
Yo, they have a couple pieces.
They might not want to give up their number 1 pick.
I agree with you on that.
No. But see, if you got another team, I would just round up number 1 pick. And hopefully, you got about 3 good kids coming out this year. You got about 3 really prime kids. Both them kids on Duke. And then you got a couple good guards. So if I'm New Orleans, I would just start the rebuilding process with some really good names and really good kids and get rid of Anthony Davis and get as many number 1 picks as I can get.
What do you think they would do? What would you think they would do with Drew Holiday once they got rid of Anthony Davis?
Trade him.
Yeah.
Trade him, yeah. They can get a lot for him, too.
Yeah, exactly.
They get a lot for him, yeah. I would trade Drew Holiday. Yeah, I would totally revamp. I mean, that might not be a bad thing for New Orleans to revamp like that because they're not winning now. You know?
So with a big trade like that, like let's say you have the Pelicans and let's say the Suns or whatever, would the third team in that trade have to be a team that's like on the brink of contention that needs a piece, or how do those type of trades work?
I say that one more time.
So if you had a 3-team trade, let's say you had the Pelicans and the Suns with the number 1 pick. Let's say you need like a third team in that trade. Is it typically a team that's like on the brink of contention that needs a good piece from like the Suns, or like how does that typically work?
It can work several ways, but when you look at it, you say, okay, well the Suns, what do they want? Basically, when you break it down, look at what every team wants. Okay.
Yeah.
So if it's the Lakers want Anthony Davis, right?
Right.
They want Anthony Davis. So what the Lakers do is say, okay, Suns, we're going to help you out. We're going to make sure that they might not have to need 3 teams. It depends on what Anthony Davis wants to do, really.
Very true.
You might not need a third team. Because if he goes straight up, he'll be like, okay, well, what we want for Anthony Davis is this. So the Lakers go out and secure some draft picks for the team that Anthony Davis is leaving from, and they're happy with that. You might not need the Suns,
Right.
You want to stay away from a three-team trade if you can.
Yeah, if possible.
Yeah. And if I'm the Suns and I have the number 1 pick, then I'm not getting in that 3-team trade because all I want is Zion Williams.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I want. Yeah, so you don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? But if you're a team that wants draft picks, you look at from the Pelican standpoint and say, well, if I give up Anthony Davis, I want draft picks. So Lakers, you go out and trade movement to somebody for a draft pick, or you trade somebody else for a draft pick, and then that way you get Davis, I get draft picks, and now that's the way you do that.
I follow you now. I follow you now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It all depends on what you need, But in this kind of deal, when you got a deal like this, it's mostly built around, draft picks, because you're not going to trade a star for a star. That's not going to happen. It's all about draft picks at this point. With New Orleans, they're not going to get a star. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Or they want a young player, huh?
No, I'm just thinking, like, dang, they going all the way back to the beginning on this one then. Like it might not be a bad thing though. It might not be a bad thing because if you can say I give up Anthony Davis, you're not gonna win now anyway. True.
And you're able to pile up draft picks. That might not be a bad thing for them right now.
No, you're right.
No, it might not be a bad thing. But they're not winning anyway. What's their record? They're not a playoff team right now.
Pelicans,
nah, they ain't no
Their
place.
team ain't. I mean, their record ain't that terrible though.
it's not terrible, but I think they like the 10th seed in the West.
No, I don't think so.
No, actually, I think he's right.
Yeah.
You got to look at it like this: the 10th seed in the West is only a game behind the 5th. You see what I'm saying? It's like it's not like
anything could change during there because we still got like a whole half of the season. I mean,
exactly. Like it's not like these teams can't come up and other teams.
But if Anthony Davis leaves the Pelicans, they're definitely done for the season. They're done. I mean, but he just got fined $50,000.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But like Mark was saying, $50,000 to him is like
nothing. That's
like here,
What did he get fined for again?
Not even out of his check.
because it was tampering. I guess he had.
He came out openly and said it.
He wants to leave the team. Now they kind of got to trade him, but I think they're trying to trade him before the deadline. But
did that ever happen to Kawhi? Well, he never came out.
I mean, he wasn't not himself. No. But he still stayed with the team, though. I guess.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard Kawhi talk?
Not really. He really talks.
You're right.
He just balls. You feel me? He just balls out. but I really like the fit of him with Toronto. Actually, like I didn't like it at first. I'm like, what the hell, Toronto? Then I got mad that they got rid of DeMar DeRozan because I'm like, damn, like for real, the Toronto Raptors was a great team the way it was. They just couldn't fucking beat LeBron. Like, you feel me? They couldn't get past Cleveland, but he was no longer. Like, if they would have kept that team the same this year, they would probably make it to the finals in the East. Because who else was stopping them? Cleveland ranked up. Cleveland, we swept them. But, like, other than that, every other team they was able to get past but us. Well, Cleveland, when LeBron was with them. But,
I mean, but another move, like, not just that, but also, let's talk about the Pistons because they about to trade, Blake Griffin said he doesn't want to be there.
I don't even know why the hell he went to the Pistons. That was just a dumb move, man. But I would like Blake Griffin on the Celtics. I think that Blake Griffin and Kyrie Irving and Jason Tatum and
I would hate to see that.
Why?
Because I'm a Sixers fan.
Oh yeah, even the Sixers though. But see, they got Jimmy Butler now, and that's too much. Like who they got as a power forward? They got Ben Simmons playing power forward. Sometimes
Point
he
forward.
plays point guard.
Yeah.
He switches.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think they could get for him? I don't know, Mark. What do you think?
I don't think he know how to win. I don't know if I want him.
Who?
Blake Griffin.
I think Blake Griffin needs to play with somebody. Like he can't be like the leader of the team. Like if Blake Griffin has like if he's a secondary option, you feel me? Even a third option, with two other star players, I think it could work. He might even play good at OKC with Paul George and Russell Westbrook. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's another. I think that would look pretty good.
Could you see that happening?
I can.
I think that's a better scenario.
Blake Griffin with Paul George and Russell Westbrook. That'll work.
I mean, because Mark was saying, you were saying last week, Mark, that that Pistons team is kind of weak. Should they just start all over too?
They need to get rid of Andre Drummond too. He needs I don't even know where you could put him. Honestly, maybe you could say him to the Knicks because the Knicks is like in a rebuilding stage too. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I really don't know. But Blake Griffin definitely. That's why I said the Celtics with a young team, like a young core like that. Because even if you see how he played on the Clippers, he played really good with Chris Paul and DeAndre Jordan.
Yeah,
he did.
Chris Paul just kept fucking getting injured. Like every year in the playoffs is like that's really what the Clippers' problem was. Chris Paul, he kept getting injured when Chris Paul went down. Like, if you think about it, the Clippers was a really good team though. Them three was like.
I say it all the time about Chris Paul, man. Chris Paul's hamstring stops him from getting the ring.
Yo, I swear to God, if Chris Paul would have been playing in Game 7 last year, the Rockets, that would have been a whole different outcome. I still think that the West would have won the championship. The Rockets would have beat Cleveland because
I don't know what you thinking, Mark. You think that could have changed if Chris Paul wasn't injured?
Well, I don't know. I was still on Blake.
Yeah.
I don't.
I mean, what do you think about Blake? Well, what do you think about Blake actually making a move? Like, if the Pistons were to make a move, what do you think they should do with him?
I don't know, but I just would not mess up my Boston team with Blake Griffin. I don't think he knows how to put the team before himself. I don't know, because all those Boston guys put the team before themselves, And, in order to win a championship, you got to play like Golden State plays. They know where the ball needs to go. They have no problem with it. They all play together, and I don't know if Blake Griffin's going to ever have that kind of understanding of chemistry, and as good as Westbrook is, I don't know. I mean, I think that's might be the reason KD left.
Yeah, that's what I was.
It's definitely why.
So I don't know. You're talking about sending them down there. I don't know. I just a lot of guys don't. They don't understand how to play like a team and play to win and understand where the ball needs to go. Because the OKC had Golden State down 3-1.
Yeah, I remember that series.
We all
remember that.
Somebody down 3. You have somebody down 3-1 and you don't close that out. There's an internal problem.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be able to a team come together and get rid of them.
Yeah.
And I didn't see it. So you guys, he plays a lot when they pass stuff, and you can see what Golden State. That's a chemistry deal. And you throw names out there, sure, the name sounds good, but can they go together? I mean, I think when Carmelo went to, where did Carmelo go first? Did he go to Houston or did he go to OKC first?
He went to OKC first. He went to OKC, then Atlanta, then Houston, and now he's in Chicago just sitting in limbo.
And so when you thought about him going to OKC, you was like, okay.
Yeah.
But when you actually look at it, it's like, there's no way that's going to work. So, you got to look at it. I don't know where Blake can play. It ain't a question he can play. But some guys don't understand how to play. And that Boston team basically played together enough to know how to win. I know that. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to put Blake on there, I don't know. I don't know because his stuff is not. His stuff is one-on-one. It's not movement. You know, he gotta have a ball. You know, I would be afraid of that. Personally.
Cause
But I would take him and move him. I might do that. Trade for him and move him to get what I want. You know, there's a lot of players out there that Boston can use. You know.
Right, exactly.
Nah, I'm right there with you, but hold on.
Do you think that that Boston, like, if they don't add a piece to them, since we're speaking on them, do you think that they'll start to heat up down the stretch as we pass the All-Star break onto the playoffs?
Yeah, I'm kind of suspect of Boston's bench. You know.
Same.
Huh?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I don't think they got enough. Like you look at how you Golden State again. Golden State has enough ability for those probably 12 to 18 minutes that you need that bench to sustain or go ahead. I don't think they have that, especially offensively. I don't think they have those guys. You know, I just don't think they have those guys. You know, I mean, they probably can do the East.
Yeah.
But they'll compete. They'll be with Toronto and Milwaukee.
That's not.
Mm-hmm.
That's not.
They'll compete.
It's not.
No.
They can lose.
Yeah.
They can actually lose.
Now, yeah, I asked that because, I mean, now with having the injury to Oladipo with the Pacers, I don't really see anybody really competing with the Sixers or the Bucks or the Raptors. I kind of see it as a 3-team race right now. What do you think? Yeah.
I mean, anybody else in the East, like, it's not happening. It's not happening. But, you know, you get some lucky things all for anybody. You know, I like Milwaukee, I like Boston, I like the Raptors. After that,
That's it.
you know, and Philly can get in there.
Right.
Philly, everything.
No, there's a couple teams
That's
like that.
it. That's it for here. Wow, that's pretty bad.
Oh man. But somebody's saying that Golden State would still have found a way to win. Reports said Melo was signing with Miami, if he's not mistaken. Miami?
Miami?
Yeah.
Carmelo to Miami?
Yeah. That's what somebody just said. The report just came out that he might go to Miami.
Melo needs to come to the Lakers.
D-Wade's not bad either, though. I think he could work with D-Wade.
But D-Wade is done, though. Like, he's done after this year. Like,
Yeah.
after see, there's no point in him going there. Like, why would he go there?
I'm just saying this for the year. I'm not saying that as a long term.
I mean, but why?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm kind of tired of them just throwing, Carmelo around.
Oh yeah.
It's fucked up, yo, because it's like he really is a good player. Like, I mean, how could you just get rid of him on Houston after 10 games?
But is Carmelo doing that, or is the teams doing that? That's it's always the question with Carmelo. Is it the team, or is it actually Melo?
What did Melo do, though?
Like, I don't
They
know.
said that Houston said that he wasn't a good fit there. I think he wanted to stay there. I mean, Chris Paul's his friend, you feel me? James Harden's a friend of his. Why not?
Yeah.
And I really think that if they would have gave Melo enough time, he would have been able to win.
What's up?
You got too many balls. You got too many ball stoppers.
Exactly.
You play like that.
It's not going to work.
Melo stops it. What's the name stops it?
Harden?
Harden stops it. Yeah, you can't win like that with ball stoppers. You're never gonna win like that.
Yeah.
You're never gonna win. No, you're never gonna win like that.
I mean-
You'll play good, but you're never gonna win like that.
I mean, that's his problem at this point in his career, right? I mean, he can't come off the bench like a Ginobili and take that role. Like, he wants to still be in the starting lineup with two other ball handlers. So,
I
like,
mean,
how's
rightfully
that?
so, though. I mean, look, I just want to see Carmelo Anthony win one ring before his career is over. I don't even care if he doesn't win nothing else after that. I feel like he deserves a ring. Like
he's gonna have to compromise.
I mean, but when I think about like we go back, we talk about Mark's
shit, even Melo on the Celtics, that might even work. Carmelo on the Celtics, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not because it's too many, like you said, with Kyrie. But I really think he can work with the Lakers because even if he comes off the bench and he plays small forward and he comes in for LeBron, you feel me? Like, and he could run that second unit. You know what I mean? I think Melo can do that. Like, because, I mean, they have a good core. The Lakers is a great team just off the rep.
I feel like we talked about that last week, what you're talking about. Him, like, being that other option for the Lakers.
Yeah, but I think that he's going to end up on the Lakers eventually. Because, I mean, if Chicago waives him, then he's a free agent again, right? Yeah. So, I mean, all the Lakers will have to do is waive a player. Well, their roster's full, so they would have to release somebody.
I mean,
I would get rid of Mo Wagner. I would get rid of Mo Wagner for Melo. You feel me? I would definitely get rid of Mo Wagner.
I don't know about that.
I like Mo Wagner though, but
they did draft him. I think he was a first round draft pick, lower round, but still first.
I would put him on Dallas. I think that him and Luka Doncic, and they probably do good. I mean, because he's good. Like that kid's really good on Dallas. I think that he's gonna lead that team and into the future. If they get some more pieces, Dallas would be good. Dallas would be good because that motherfucker can ball, yo. That young motherfucker can
Can
ball.
We talk about that triple double now? Can we talk about that?
All right, what's up,
Mark? What you think about that triple double by Doncic the other night?
Oh, you asking the wrong guy about triple double, I don't, I mean, a triple double. Yeah, it's fine. You got a triple double, and it's great. Mm-hmm. But and I think he's an excellent ball player. But I just look at players who can command the game.
Okay.
And he probably will at one point, but I don't see it right now. He isn't commanding the game. Mm-hmm. Commanding the game means that I'm gonna make sure we don't lose. Yeah. Sometimes he gets lost. Sometimes he gets lost. I mean, you know where he is, but he doesn't command the game. I mean, those guys that don't command the game, I mean, it's fine. You're a good player, but when I look at ballers, you command the game.
But let's be honest. Do you feel you commanded the game when you first went to Dallas? Or was that something that you, as time went on, you learned?
Well, see, mine is a little different. I was on an expansion team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Expansion team, it's totally different. Because nobody know how to play in the NBA. Nobody was older than their second year. But if you're on a team with, you got veterans. Once I got a couple of veterans, it was over. I'm in the playoffs from now on.
I mean, but that was the thing. When the expansion draft happened back then, wasn't there there had to be some NBA players on the team?
My God, you don't even want to know. You go look at the roster.
I think it was I think it was like Brad Davis. I can't even think of it. I can't even think. But I mean, I'm just.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What year did he play?
Exactly.
81. He came out. He was the number 1 pick in 1981.
Yeah. I'm saying, but how did you ever get a chance to play against Jordan?
Yeah, he played with Jordan.
Oh wow. Oh shit! So I didn't. Okay.
He was part of the 89, 90, 91.
Okay, so like I said, I'm like in the later generation. Like, so I kind of like came in like when I started really watching basketball and knowing what the hell was going on. Like Jordan was on the Washington Wizards. You feel me? Like Allen Iverson was the shit. Yeah, the Sixers,
this guy
and Kobe and Shaq was just. Really, that's when I started like watching the game.
Like Mark has stories. Like we've talked about it. Like he's taught us about he taught me something about like. When they went and they played Jordan in the 91 finals. Mm-hmm. Like we've asked him about, you know what I mean? Like we've run it down the line with that.
That's crazy.
I got a question for him though later on. It's a good one. But like that's what I mean. Do you feel that like Luka is gonna get that in time, being like the dominant, like that person that you need him to be?
I think so. He's 19 right now, right? So I mean he's extremely young.
Yeah.
He's extremely young. I mean he had, barring injuries.
Here's a.
Looking out into that night, but you got a lot of nights out there now. I mean, I like him, but I can't. This is 1 year.
Yeah. I mean,
it's your game, I mean.
Because not just that. Is it time for Dirk to hang it up?
I mean, it's definitely time. This is his last year, right?
Yeah, it's his last year.
Yeah,
This is last year. I
Last
mean,
Yeah, but I mean, Dirk Nowitzki, I mean, he could retire happily anyway because I mean, his last championship he got that against LeBron. I mean, and LeBron is literally, I think, without a doubt, I mean, the biggest basketball player we had of our generation.
huh? What's up? What'd you say?
I'm not even bringing Dirk in there for you. I mean, that ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
You know, this is not 13 anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so, you know, can he carry this team? I don't know. It's yet to be seen.
Yeah, we're gonna find out.
What did he do? What did he do last year?
This is first year.
Yeah, it's his first year.
Doncic.
Oh yeah.
Doncic?
Wasn't he at number one? Oh, what was he? Number one?
No.
Number 3 or
Number 3 or 4.
Yeah, he's a rookie.
Yo, listen, he's fucking balling out.
Remember, they picked Trae Young.
So-
Dallas picked Trae Young, then traded Trae Young.
So then that's like 10-11 pick.
Yeah.
Because Trae Young was 11.
I kind of feel like, how do you feel about Trae Young
Dallas
this
was
year?
in that year.
Who?
They were-
Trae Young, I kind of feel like he's underperforming a little bit, man.
Nah, I actually
I
like what he's doing.
He's doing what I expected him to do.
Last time was not guys. I can't remember.
I don't know.
What'd you say, Mark?
I
Hello?
couldn't hear none of all those.
Can you hear us now? I don't know, because he's a little muffled too.
Yeah, he's
No, all y'all talking at the same time.
Nah, he's asking about Trae Young, and I'm like, he did exactly what I think he was going to do. Because, like, when we're talking about rookies, like, I didn't expect too much from Trae Young. I feel like he's undersized.
But I mean, he's learned over the year too that I mean, if you watch from the beginning to now for Trae Young for this season, he's not shooting as many deep threes. He's still shooting them now. He's still shooting them, but he's not shooting as many. He's driving efficiency's a little better. You know, I mean, like you said, he's undersized.
Yeah.
But for what he's being asked to do, he got a lot of growth. But at the same time, I mean, like you said, he's a rookie.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, he's not Steph Curry, but he got some range now.
Yeah, he definitely got some range.
You know?
I don't know. But,
You're going to have to wait for that.
yeah, wait like
You're
a
gonna have
couple
to wait
years.
for that.
Speaking of that, well, we're about to get out of here. But before we get out, I have one question. I have one big question.
Go ahead.
Because you played these years from 88 to 93. You were in the league. If you had to go back to 88 to 93, who would you consider the elite point guards at that moment in time for those 5 years?
You really got I mean, I think Magic and Isaiah are there.
Okay.
Yeah, Isaiah Thomas, man, he's a fucking beast, yeah.
Who else was in the league?
You know what?
John Stockton?
Yeah, John Stockton, definitely John Stockton.
Stockton.
Was Steve Kerr a point guard or a shooting
Point guard.
guard? Steve Kerr was fucking nasty too, yeah.
No,
Especially
he was
3-point.
He was a shooter.
Well, but I mean, he was hitting them three. Matter of fact,
He
I think
averaged
he's
6
still,
points. No,
he's still
no,
the best percentage in the league.
No,
like,
but he's only putting up like 6 points per game.
yeah, but I think his 3-point percentage is the best in the league, like ever.
That's a crazy fact, but I didn't know that.
What?
I gotta see that.
Steve Kerr's number one. Yeah, like his 3-point
But like,
percentage
no,
is
because
number one in the league.
somebody said like Kevin Johnson was an elite point guard during that time period, and I was like, I don't see Kevin Johnson as an elite point guard.
I think he was a very good. When you talk elite, you got to use those words carefully.
Mm-hmm. No,
When you talk elite, I mean, elite is like somebody who commands the game.
yeah.
Where they from an assist standpoint, the game is always in their hands. I mean, that's what I consider elite. And it's not a lot of elite point guards. It's just point guards. I mean, when I talk elite, I'm talking about, you worried about them.
So were you worried about the Suns when you played against them?
Kevin Johnson, I knew he would score.
I just had to ask.
I was like,
No, I mean-
because you know what you're gonna say.
Because literally, like when you go back to that roster, at one point it was like Tom Chambers, Dan Marley, Jeff Hornacek, and Kevin Johnson, and they were
No,
all
I wasn't worried about that. No, I wasn't worried about that.
well. And then I keep forgetting I'm talking to Mark. I keep forgetting I'm talking to somebody who like was dropping 25 to 27 points you could just go off anytime you wanted to.
No, we had a good team, so I wasn't worried about that.
But I mean,
very good team right here.
But I mean, even when you were in Dallas, you could just light it up with anybody. Like David's in here talking about Jordan. I'm like, you're talking to somebody who could light it up on Jordan if you wanted to.
I got missed that. I'm sorry, I missed that. No, but I wasn't worried about no kind of people. Only the Lakers. I knew we might lose some every now and then, but when it came playoff time, I wasn't worried about the Suns.
That's right, because he did play the playoffs against the Suns.
No, I was only concerned with the Lakers.
Yo.
That's it, the Lakers.
What was that? I gotta know, what was that like playing Magic? Because you see the stories about like Isaiah Thomas, like they were best friends off the floor. Mm-hmm. But then, like, in the playoffs, like, Magic hit him or something, and Isaiah Thomas turned around swinging. Is that how it was?
Yeah.
It's competition, man.
I mean, they was definitely a lot more loose with the rules back then. Like, they could,
Well, how does it work for you in the playground? How does it work for you in the playground?
I get that,
you
but...
compete with your boy?
Yeah, but, I mean, was it, like... Was there ever that moment where you just wanted to go off on Magic, like... And you're just like, dang, and then he's like, okay...
Nobody wants to lose.
No, I was never that moment.
Embarrassing.
It don't matter. The playoffs ain't nobody friends.
Hell, you want that shit? You want that shit?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. If I'm playing against, I like you, but if I'm playing against you in the playoffs, it's fuck you. You feel me? Like, I'm trying to win. Like,
I mean, because
ain't no friends in the playoffs.
Because I seen that picture where he's going up on Kareem, and I'm just like, you know, he's about to get fouled. You know, like, you know that. I'm not even gonna hold it. You know, like. 20 seconds later, Mark got fouled to go to the foul line.
What? I'm sorry. What are you saying now?
No, there's a picture. There's a picture of you and Magic. Like you're driving to the hole and you're going up on Kareem, and Magic's right behind you. And I look at that picture. I'm like, there's no way he even made that layup because I know the two of them fouled you. Like 20 seconds after that picture was taken.
Probably.
You know what I mean?
Probably. Probably. You're probably right about that one.
You know, like, I'm just like, it was like too perfect of a picture. No, I'm being real. I'll show you the picture.
I just love the reaction because it's so real. Like, I mean, Mark, his reaction.
That's why I like talking to Mark because it's real. It's not scripted. It's say what we want. You know what I mean?
Nah, I'm going to give it to y'all straight, man.
Exactly. That's why I like this.
I'm going to give it to you straight.
See, I miss the physical.
Nothing held back, man. Nothing held back.
I miss that physical play though, like where you had pride in your team and you're like, yo, you know, like when Bill Laimbeer and you see Jordan's going to the lane and you see him like bounce like a ping pong ball for Rick Mahorn and Bill Laimbeer. Like, let's
go get back to it. I think you see when you watch college basketball, when you watch the NBA, when they come down to this time of year, right after the All-Star game, you're gonna see it.
Yeah,
it's gonna get chippy. It's gonna get chippy again. It's gonna get chippy.
I don't know, man, but like, you know, I really think, and I know this is a crazy prediction, but it's not so crazy, but I really think that the Lakers might make it to the finals. Now, people might be like, oh, I feel like they barely just gonna make it into the playoffs. I feel like, all right, they had a really tough first half of the season, but I think this second half of the season when LeBron comes back from this groin injury, it's going to be fucking crucial. James Harden and them going to be slowing up because all of the work that they've been putting in. Mind you, LeBron is fresh. He done missed like 17, 18 games. LeBron about to fucking go off.
This is something we haven't seen before.
Y'all gotta wait till the matchups come through first.
Mm-hmm. You said what?
You know, till the matchups come through, so seeing where they at, who they play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That has a lot to do with it.
I think that they might end up facing the Rockets or Golden State the first round.
If you face Golden State the first round, I think that's going to be...
But if they beat Golden State the first round, they're winning the whole shit. If you can beat Golden State in a 4-game series in the first round of the playoff, if you can pull it off. If the Lakers beat them, because you got to understand, the way the games go in the series, I mean, in a season, and the series is different. They might play Golden State once, and then they might play Golden State 3 weeks later or a month later, and the players is injured. If everybody's healthy, right, come June, if all the players are healthy.
That's not going to happen.
Okay.
That's not going to happen.
All right, I guarantee you.
No, but you got to think about this.
I love LeBron, bro.
I get that, but you got to think about this. You got to think about what he said, like, You got to play as a team.
Not gonna happen. You got them young boys that ain't never been in the playoffs to a team that's won that many championships.
True.
And they're gonna come in the first round and beat them. Not gonna happen.
But look, people also say that about Cleveland last year. Listen, and at the trade deadline, right?
Yeah.
They traded all of these players off Cleveland. They traded Isaiah Thomas, Dwayne Wade, right? So, and when I remember,
Let's knock it in.
Go ahead.
Real quick.
Go ahead.
The Dallas Mavericks were the number 1 seed at one point in NBA history.
Okay.
And they played the Golden State Warriors in the 8th seed, who were dismal at that time. Baron Davis was the best player on that team.
Okay.
Okay? And what did that Golden State Warriors team do?
they won.
And nobody ever thought it was possible, right?
Things happen.
I think that the Lakers. I never.
Hold on. What team are you saying? What happened?
The Golden State Warriors, when they had Baron Davis.
That was the We Believe, right? Like that,
When Golden State Warriors had Baron Davis, they actually won. But
In the first round,
but Steven Jackson even said
Who?
the Dallas Mavericks.
the Dallas Mavericks. What was it, like 2010?
Something
like that.
I think it was even earlier than that.
It might have been
But
2009, 8.
Hold on, I gotta look
The
it up.
number 1 seed?
Yeah,
Dallas was. Dallas was.
Dallas was the number 1 seed.
That year that they lost at Golden State.
It also happened when Seattle had Seattle with Kemp and them. They beat when the Denver Nuggets.
And what? Hold on.
Like, wait a minute.
Hold on. I understand that.
Yeah.
But that wasn't a rookie team like the Lakers.
Oh yeah, I get what he's
No,
saying.
I
get
would
what,
just
but they
throw
do
it out
have
there.
Rondo. But they do have Rondo.
They have LeBron. Listen.
But-
all right, let me ask you a question, right?
No, but what?
The past 9 years, right? Has LeBron not made the finals?
You about to get educated, David.
Jeez, calm down.
I'm sorry. Listen, you're a
Jeez,
professional, right? This is your job. I'm sorry.
Just calm down.
I apologize.
Jeez. You're talking about 2-year players that ain't never been in the playoffs, have no idea what they is, and you're talking about them coming into the league beating the world champions in the first round. That team that beat Dallas was different. Those were a team full of veterans.
You're talking about the team that has
this
Steven
is not-
Jackson.
But does the upsets not happen in our sport? I mean,
No, it does happen.
It
It does happen, but you got to remember Steven Jackson when you're talking the year we're talking about. Steven Jackson had played on the Nets. He had played on the Pacers. He had played on the Spurs. He had been there.
Mm-hmm.
You had
He's
Baron
been
Davis.
there, yeah. A lot of guys been there already, yeah. Different.
It's different because number one, the crowds are different. It's more of like there's a lot of things that are different. I get what you're
I
saying.
was just throwing the option. I just had.
Well, you can say that, and even if it happened
sometimes
once,
that's all
I don't think that gunshot's gonna happen again. Not right away.
Yeah, you're right.
Because not just that, like when Denver beat Seattle a long time ago, but they were both young teams.
Denver.
Yeah, remember
Yeah,
back
they
when
both
they
young.
You talking about when they had Melo and Iverson?
No, I'm talking about
Oh.
way back when they had Mutombo, they had
Oh, okay.
Alfonso Ellis,
Okay.
they had Mohamed Abdul Rauf.
Mm-hmm.
But Seattle, everybody was like, oh my God, Seattle. But they had Sean Kemp, Gary Payton. They had a young team.
Mm-hmm.
So just like he said, they didn't have the
Both were young
experience.
teams.
Yeah, they didn't have the
Both of
experience.
them were young.
Yeah, so it could have gone either way. They hadn't been to the finals. They hadn't had that experience. They didn't. The cameras, the lights, the crowds, the atmosphere is totally different.
Well, the Cavs just beat the Wizards 116 to 113. It's crazy. Bradley
They
Beal.
just beat who?
Cavs just beat the Wizards 116 to 113. Bradley Beal had 31 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds. Jordan Clarkson 28 points, 2 assists, 5 rebounds. That was, I just seen that pop up.
I
on
don't
my
even
phone.
watch those teams.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
neither. I just seen that pop up. But Washington Wizards too. I feel like John Wall having a season-ending injury was tough. Same thing with Victor Oladipo. Because I think that he was really good too for the Indiana Pacers.
Oladipo one hurt.
That changed everything.
That
Yeah, they did because he really was like the face of the Pacers, man. After Paul George left, man, and they, like I said, they took the Cleveland Cavaliers to a 7-game series last year,
Sure.
which was an amazing series, by the way.
That was.
That and the
All right,
Celtics
guys.
series.
What's up?
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to go, man.
All
I
right,
gotta
man.
get out of here.
All right, I'll talk to you later, Mark. All right.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate having you on, man.
Hey, appreciate you guys, man. Call me back.
Yeah,
No
we're gonna
doubt.
call you back after the show. We're gonna start working on that on the video side.
All
right, I'll talk to you later. All right.
All right.
Oh man.
No, that was good stuff.
That was good stuff.
Definitely good stuff. You know.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Interesting takes.
The one thing I will say about that point, before we do go, about the 1 to 8 seed thing, you know, I think Mark is absolutely right in the fact that the Lakers are really young. They are.
Yeah.
But
they're unproven though, so that's dangerous.
And depending on what happens during this trade deadline and what the Lakers team looks like after it, I mean, you know, you can never say lightning strikes twice, right? You know, so I'm not going to say it happens, but I do agree with this man in one aspect. I've never seen LeBron as an 8 seed. And I think that's a scary thing. I don't care how good Golden State.
This is what I try to explain to people. Like, it's a different challenge for him. He likes different challenges. Like, when has LeBron not made the playoffs? Even if he loses.
All right.
Think about that.
We're gonna leave it on this. When has LeBron ever faced 5 All-Stars?
He has.
When?
And he lost. Last year.
He faced 4.
He faced 4, and that guy faced
DeMarcus
5.
Cousins.
Look, it's a crazy thing.
But
it's crazy.
But this is what I'm saying,
the
right?
mountain ain't high. It's
Right?
Mount Everest.
But listen,
28,000 feet. That's what
let
it
me
is.
explain this before we go, right?
Can Thanos
I remember in
the Warriors?
2016, right? 2016 when
Can he do
Cleveland
it?
Cavaliers came back from a 3-1 deficit. Now let me tell you something. I made so fucking much money that summer because nobody in the world
In what, 2016?
Yes, when they won, listen, everybody was willing to take my money. I said, look, LeBron gonna come back from that 3-1. They said, what the fuck?
Okay. I'm gonna give you the breakdown of. Can I break this down? I'm not taking none away from
Go
you.
ahead. Go ahead.
All right. 2016 game
5.
We're game 5. Okay.
Game 5.
One thing that did play a major part was Richard Jefferson starting. On paper, it didn't affect it.
No, it
but
affected it.
it affected it because number one, he started getting physical with Steph Curry.
Very physical.
Very physical. You had Draymond got suspended.
That added.
For
game 5.
But I'm saying,
game
but are we
5.
going to forget the fact that LeBron and Kyrie went off for 40 points each?
That's why I was saying,
Like, did we forget that? Draymond was one player.
Because remember, that happened game 4, 3-1 down, and then game 5, Draymond doesn't play.
But
Kyrie, LeBron go off.
But
and
somebody
then Draymond comes back 6 and 7.
But somebody pointed out that for you to beat the Golden State Warriors, you have to have the perfect game.
You always do. Yeah, no, that's
So they had the perfect game 3 games in a row.
Yes.
They did.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, right? So what I'm saying to you is this, though. Nobody thought that shit was possible when it happened. So to say that the Lakers can't beat this team, matter of fact, we just beat them on the first game that we played with them when LeBron went out, like Christmas Day.
Without Boogie.
And it was a regular season game.
Hold on.
But we still smashed them, and LeBron went out in the third quarter.
I'll give you
Steph
that.
Curry and KD was playing.
Yeah,
Why the fuck couldn't they keep control of these young players?
I have no idea.
You had a whole 2 quarters to go. So what I'm saying is that was a glimpse of that. It can happen in the playoffs, and guess who's getting more experience? These young players.
Do you think over 7 games that they can keep that up?
No.
This is the
Yes.
question.
I think LeBron.
LeBron can be the factor though because LeBron keeps
here's
the
the
room
thing.
in the locker room. He controls the tempo in the
Bobby,
locker room.
those other guys, when that pressure comes down, like LeBron can handle it, but
No bullshit. Listen, I'm gonna tell you some real shit.
Okay.
If Cleveland would have won Game 1 of last year's finals, they would have won. They would have won the series.
And I agree with
that. Fucked everything up. When J.R. Smith did that bullshit, bro, it fucked. LeBron knew he was leaving right then and there. He knew he was leaving because we had the game won.
But this is the one reason why.
In Golden State.
This is the one reason why.
In the Oracle Arena.
LeBron's Game 1 of last year's finals was probably. I don't even.
It was perfect.
I don't even know if I've ever seen a finals performance like in my lifetime.
I get that.
And Golden State was thinking the same thing.
I
They were
get that.
What the hell is going on?
I get that.
And
That
they
barely lost that game.
Yeah, but he has to play that way for 7 games.
But
4 games.
But remember,
Before
his next games after that, he basically averaged a 30-point shot.
But you know
it wasn't like he didn't do
But
it.
he emptied the entire tank after that whole
3
playoff
minutes.
run.
I'm gonna break it down. Here's how I see the Lakers possibly beating the Warriors. Number 1, you got to get Anthony Davis. Number 2, you got to make a second trade, get you a Bradley Beal or C.J. McCollum
I even like Mike Conley.
or Mike Conley.
Yeah.
I just don't want them to get rid of Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, or Alonzo Ball.
You're gonna have
You
to
can get rid of the other two.
though.
Keep
You gotta get
Kuzma.
rid of
No, you
One or
can
two.
get rid of Lance Stevenson.
You can get rid of Ball.
Of course, but how are you going to get rid of them when they only have 1-year contracts? They don't have any value.
True.
They don't have.
That's
I mean,
what
but
it is.
your best bet, I would say, I would put up Ingram, Hart, Ingram
No,
can't see Ingram.
Lonzo Hart. I'll let Lonzo go.
Let Lonzo
and Hart.
Ingram go.
But Brandon Ingram, I'm telling you, Ingram is like the next KD. Just get a nigga some time. Ingram is nice as fuck. And Kyle Kuzma, I'm telling you.
Kuzma, yeah.
I wouldn't lose Kuzma.
But here's
I
the
need
thing.
Kuzma. I
But
would
here's
keep
the
him on my
thing.
team.
The Lakers are in complete win now. Now they don't have 3 years to develop.
Yeah, but think about it.
You don't think so?
If they get rid of Kyle Kuzma, Lonzo Ball, and Brandon Ingram for AD, right? They losing 3 of their best players for one great player, right?
AD's only 25.
Right, true, right? But who are you gonna surround him with other than LeBron? So if you get rid of them, right?
Okay.
Now you got LeBron, you got Anthony Davis, you got Tyson Chandler, you got JaVale McGee, you got Rondo and Lance Stevenson, right?
And you got Tyson Chandler.
I said that. And then,
Okay.
and then you got
Rondo.
Contavious Conwell Pope. I said that.
Zubac.
I don't
got-
think you have to give up all 3 of those guys. I think you get.
Yeah,
I would-
I would have Ingram and Kyle Kuzma.
If I'm keeping one person, it's Kuzma.
You got to
I
trade
pick
Ingram.
Kuzma over Brandon
You got
Ingram.
to trade Ingram and Ball and one other player. You keep Kuzma.
You have to keep Kuzma, like definitely.
Yeah.
Brandon Ingram still. I really want Brandon Ingram to stay because he isn't really proven yet. Think about KD, right?
But
KD
you don't
wasn't
have-
proven until he was
But
proven.
but
you know
now,
what I mean?
but,
Like,
but with Magic bringing in LeBron, it's win now. We don't have 3 years to do.
Okay, what do you think that Brandon Ingram's ceiling is? That's the real question.
I think that he can be one of the best players, like KD. He's still young. Kevin Durant wasn't that good his first couple years.
but you-
We didn't see flashes of the greatness of KD till remember
Nah,
2011.
we knew what KD
No,
was
You knew what
You-
KD was.
2012, no, 2011.
Nah,
that's
but we
when-
knew what he was going to be.
Yeah,
Like,
but listen, when
off
he
the-
was
off
on
the rip.
when he was on OKC with James Harden and Russell Westbrook, and they went to the finals, right, against Miami Heat, and we beat them 4-1. They won one game, but that series was crazy because they kept a fight. Like that team together, James Harden and Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, that was their defining moment. They put themselves on the center stage in NBA, and when they did that, everybody started paying attention to them because after that finals, all of them became stars.
But we knew off the rip, even when you saw him with the Supersonics, you knew off the rip that he was going to. He was just
Yeah,
special.
but he wasn't proven against a veteran like LeBron in the finals.
I know, but like you put him at the same point in his career as you was with Ingram. He was head and shoulders better than him.
Yeah.
And then you knew where he was going to be at.
That
Like
second year,
Ingram,
KD
maybe he can be that, but we don't know that yet.
I think
But
he
you
can.
see what AD is.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
even if Ingram reaches his ceiling, is he
They
going
would
to be as good as AD?
imagine
or
if
better
they got.
than AD? If he's not going to be better than AD,
I think role players are just important as the star players.
They are.
If you don't think
need
that
your
Brandon-
role players
you
to
do.
take over
Yeah,
when
Look
the
at-
stars is on the
Look at
bench.
that same Miami team you're talking about that beat OKC.
Mhm.
Right.
They had no role players. They had none.
They had Mario
OKC.
Chalmers. They
Mario
had
Chalmers was a starter.
for the point guard.
Where's that?
Right,
Talking about
okay.
2012?
I know.
Are you talking about 2012?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
Okay.
did they have? They
They
had
had Battier.
Sean Battier.
Battier.
Sean Battier.
He was
Top-
really good, but he
He
was
was
good
good,
though.
but
He
I-
came through in the clutch.
But you're talking about role players.
They really didn't have any.
Yeah,
Right, you had-
I'm trying to think who else was on there.
Haslam.
Haslam.
You
Haslam.
Haslam.
He's
Haslam.
technically a starter. If you
Haslam-
He didn't start. No, he didn't start.
But-
No,
but
I'm
he
saying he
was-
was technically
yeah.
just because
Yeah.
the center barely even played.
You had-
Haslam was in most
Who
of
was
the
on
time.
that
Point is
team?
they had nobody, but they just had good
Look,
enough.
look,
They
look.
had LeBron, D Wade, Chris Bosh.
Yeah.
Okay,
It
those
wasn't
start.
until the later
Chalmers.
parts
You had
of the
Jason
season-
Williams. You had
Did you say Jason Williams?
Jason Williams.
Jason Williams.
Did he play?
Yes.
Bro.
played like two games, man.
I'm just saying at the end of the day, if you look at that team,
They
that
really-
team was constructed with around D Wade, LeBron,
Yes.
Chris Bosh. Anybody else besides a Shane Battier, that's the only other person I'll give you. Other than that, everybody else was really fodder. Haslam at that point was defense in that mid-range jump shot.
Yeah.
That was it. And that's what he gave you. Other than that, everybody else was fodder. So if you look at the team, that how it would be constructed if they did get AD, it's going to be like that.
Yeah.
And LeBron has experience with that. He does. I mean, at the end of the day, he knows how to play and make those role players that aren't really even at the status of role player level better. Now, nobody here is saying that they're going to do it. But I'm sorry, I have to say this.
There's things
there's
that
a
can-
chance. There's a chance.
There's a chance.
And I still, if LeBron would have won that game one last year, I'm telling you that whole finals would be completely different. He would have put up almost a 50-point triple double and a win. It would have been the most.
If LeBron won that game one, his momentum would have been so high. Riding up that game one, we probably would have won the series 4-2.
4-2, 4-3.
Yeah, you feel me? 4-2 at least.
I agree with that statement.
But I really think that the Lakers are gonna make the playoffs. Obviously,
They're gonna make the playoffs.
bro. Listen, LeBron. I'm trying to tell you, bro. He a different nigga in the playoffs, yo. And like James Harden and all of them, they go all out during the season. LeBron really reserved his. Think about LeBron's playoff moments. That nigga got the biggest highlights in the playoffs than any other basketball player in his generation.
No, I'll give you that.
Last year, he had 4 game-winning shots in the playoffs.
Yo, buzzer beaters and shit.
Legit. I mean, honest, against Indiana
and
Toronto.
Celtics, yeah.
And Toronto, he had about 3 or 4 game winners.
But
randomly, we all talking.
I can see more, but
we about to get out of here. We about to get out of here. Shout out to David Ramsey for showing up.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Papio. Shout out to Stevie Franks for doing their thing. Shout out to Jen for coming through again.
Appreciate it, as always.
Shout out to Mark Aguirre.
As always, part of Playmakers. Appreciate you, brother.
Shout out to, we got a couple of things coming up.
Hey.
I'll talk about it. I'll talk about all these red buttons off the air. But we about to get into it. We about to be out of here for the night. We'll catch you again next week. This should be mixed.